Hello and welcome to this short video on our app for Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central SD Long-Term Agreements. SD Long-Term Agreements work for both vendors and customers and allow you to set up and calculate what are variously called long-term agreements, overriders or rebates with your customers and vendors in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. Long-term agreements, LTAs, overriders and rebates are used in situations where you have agreed and cleared the purchase or sale of certain products from your vendor or customer. For example, agreements are set up with your customer that they will receive a percentage amount rebate based on the sales amount or quantity, or a quantity rebate in the case of free of charge settlement types. The concept of the accrual is the process of continuously allocating off either a percentage of the sales value to one side or a quantity in the case of free of charge settlement types as part of the long-term agreement. The concept of the settlement is the amount or the quantity that is finally agreed with and sent to the customer or settled with your vendor at the end of the agreement. Some sites may choose to create a settlement only and not an accrual. The settlement types available in SD long-term agreements are report, credit memo, or free of charge stock items. In the long-term agreement card, you can easily define the frequency, bands, and individual item categories and items to include in the accrual and settlement calculations for the long-term agreements that you have agreed with your customers and suppliers. A clever concept in SD long-term agreements is that the settlement types allowed can be report, credit memo, or free of charge stock items. Calculating accruals and settlements in SD long-term agreements is quick and easy. Simply enter the LTA worksheet, choose to suggest accruals. In this example we already have some accruals, so we'll just overwrite these ones and calculate again. For each of the LTAs you can see that an accrual amount has been calculated. In SD LTA we simply report on the accruals that have been calculated. Users would run the accrual settlement report and then close off the entries. Here's an example of what the accrual report would look like. Let's take a look now at how simple and easy it is to generate or to suggest the settlements. And our suggested settlements have been calculated. In this example here we have three different types of settlement types: report, credit memo, and free of charge stock. With the report, you can simply print off your own report, as individual client sites might have their own internal processes on how to record the final settlements with their customers. So we can simply close this, assuming that we have run the report. And again, here's an example of what a settlement type report would look like. For the settlement type of credit memo, when the settlement line is closed for the LTA, an unposted credit memo is automatically created. In navigating to the unposted sales credit memo, we can see in this example that our LTA book has been stamped on the Your Reference field and a line has been inserted into the credit memo. Returning back to our LTA worksheet, we can see for the example of our final settlement type, when posting the settlement for a settlement type of free of charge stock, SD long-term agreements posts a positive free of charge entry into a free of charge ledger. As a settlement, you can give an item free to the customer. You then create a sales order with the FOC item on the line. And when you post the FOC line, the balance of the free of charge ledger is updated. And you can also manually intervene to post an adjustment into the free of charge ledger entry. So you get a nice easy way of tracking the free of charge stock that you give to your customer as part of your settlement. Thank you for watching.